Please welcome from CJ Affiliate Analytics and Data Science Director Josh Peterson and Group VP Corporate Development Haley Silver.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for starting your day with us to talk about incrementality of our channel that we love so much. Hi, I'm Haley.
And I'm Josh. Well, before we get started, we thought we'd tell you a little bit about ourselves and why we're both passionate about incrementality in our professional and personal lives. So starting off, I've been here at CJ now 7 years, working in data science, strategic operations, and client development back in the beginning. And in my personal life, I've always been obsessed with measuring things and understanding their incremental and compounding impact on my life. So recently, I measured exactly how much it cost me to drive to work. By taking into consideration gas, tires, oil, and maintenance, I found out it cost me just about $4 a day. Well, if I invested that $4, it would really be about $15,000 over a 10-year time period. The other thing I've been obsessed with measuring is the chance of me running out of this presentation today. So there's just a 0.2% chance that my wife will go into labor today with our new child. So.
And you all still have me, right? So this is my third CJU. I've been in online marketing for 20 years. I know, I started as a baby. But I love what we do. I hope you do too. It's a combination of data-driven insights, knowing your audience, and creative problem solving. And we do that at CJ every day, and it's pretty fantastic. My career prior to CJ included retail, consumer insights, financial PR, and of course, many years in online marketing. My geek out moment around incrementality has to do with making my family a little more eco-friendly every day. We have solar panels, we have an electric car, and we try and reduce our use of one-time plastics every single day. And we try and live by the 4 R's, hope you know them: refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle.
But do all of our efforts really make a difference? And for so many things, that's really hard to know. But we're here to tell you today that in Affiliate, yes, it is possible to accurately measure incrementality, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Fantastic. Let's get started. Is the right slide up? Yes, it is. Fantastic. So advertisers ask everyone at CJ, is the channel incremental? We get asked that a lot. I'm sure you all get asked it within your organizations as well. So CJ being CJ, we're a data-driven organization. We have terabytes of data. We have hundreds of thousands of clients. We have some pretty fantastic people on staff to help us answer just that question. And we've done that. We're going to do that today. In fact, you all are going to be the first folks to hear the results. This is the debut of our incrementality study, and we're very excited to share it with you. Josh and I are going to start at the beginning. What is incrementality? Why is it important? We'll go through the design of the study, take you through the results, and then talk about how you can bring that back to your organization. So, what is incrementality? We're going to go through what it is, what it isn't, and why it matters. So, marketing messages are everywhere. Multiple channels, multiple touch points, multiple journeys, multiple messages. How do we know which ones actually make a difference? Well, if we weren't beholden to budgets, we weren't beholden to growth goals, if we could just throw everything out there and ubiquity, have our messages everywhere, would incrementality matter? Probably not. But I don't think any of us in this room can just spend all the time unlimited budgets. We're held to growth goals, and we're held to ROAS goals, and we're held to budgetary goals. Therefore, we need to be able to discern which of our marketing messages, what of our spend matters, what makes a difference, what influences those shoppers to buy with us. And that's the birth of incrementality. So let's talk about what incrementality is. Thanks, Josh. It is the incremental value that the affiliate channel provides to your business when it is present that you would not otherwise earn if the channel was not present. I'm going to read from the slide. I want us to all be together on this. The question to ask is, did that set of marketing touch points influence the customer's actions, knowingly or unknowingly, to drive value for my business? That's the question that is the proper question to ask within your organizations, because we are looking to see if additional value is driven, again, that you would not otherwise earn or realize if the channel was not present. Now we're going to get to what incrementality is not, and I'm going to make sure y'all can all see this. So a question we often hear posed to us is, would I have gotten that sale anyway? Problem is, incrementality of a channel is not about specific sales. It's not the right question. If you design the proper study, what you're trying to understand is, does the channel as a whole increase the likelihood that a shopper will convert and buy from us, or increase the likelihood that a buyer will spend more from us? That's the right question. We also often hear folks confusing or conflating attribution with incrementality, and attribution is very important. It's a complex model that helps you understand how to apportion the revenue that has come in across all the different touch points. But it's not influence, it's not incrementality, it doesn't speak to incremental or additional value that you would not have otherwise received. So, hopefully we're all on the same page now, and we can get to our study. So, we focus directly on relevant shoppers' behaviors. What are relevant shoppers' behaviors? Things like, did they purchase? How much did they purchase? And how frequently did they purchase?
We also wanted our study to be relevant to all of you here in this room and not just narrowly focused for the brands that were in our study. So to give some context to what that means, if you wanted to do a study for the entire US population of about 330 million, and you wanted to be 99% confident in your results with only a 1% margin of error, you need to measure just about 6,000 people. Shockingly low, right? Well, I'm very happy to tell you, we didn't just measure 6,000 people, but we measured 21 million real retail shoppers for brands that drive over 31 billion in annual revenue. So this wasn't a small study. It wasn't a focus group. It's not just us polling you all here in this room. This was a study of massive proportion and likely the largest ever done on incrementality within the affiliate channel. So how can incrementality be measured? Well, the good news for all of us is that measuring incrementality isn't new, but it's been done time and time again in many other channels, in many other fields like medicine, sociology, biology, and even marketing. In all those fields, one of the gold standards for measuring incrementality is something called a test and control study. A test and control study is where you have two groups of people, a test group and a control group, separated by a key difference between those two groups, which you're trying to understand that its impact or how it affects those people. All these studies have three key principles. First, there's that key difference that identifies and distinguishes your test and control group. It should be that thing that you're trying to understand, what's its effect on these people? How does it change their behavior? On our screen, we have two classrooms of students. They're both taking a test. In one classroom, our test group, there's music and dancing going on in the background. In our control group, there is no music and dancing. So our key difference, or the thing we're trying to understand, how does it change their behavior, would be that dancing or music. In marketing, commonly that might be a channel, a promotion, or a campaign. Second, we have measurements. Measurements are things that need to be quantifiable and also something that you can compare for both your test and control group. It should also be the thing that you hypothesize or think might be impacted or influenced by that key difference between the two groups. So for example, in the classroom study, we might be measuring test scores and hypothesize that the music and dancing is going to either positively or negatively impact those test scores. In marketing, commonly we're measuring things like conversion rates, revenues, or orders. And finally, there's controls to isolate the impact. And what controls are meant to do is account for other differences between your test and control group that might impact your measurements. You control for them so that way you can have accountability for your key difference. So for example, in the classroom, other things that might impact those students' test scores might be prior student performance. You wouldn't want all of your A students in your test group and all your C students in your control group. You want an equal mix in both, so you actually are controlling for that. Other thing you'd want to control for is make sure that they're actually taking the same test. In marketing, common things that we control for are things like seasonality, promotions, or stages of the customer journey. Finally, once the tests have been performed, the measurements have been made, statistical tests are then employed to make sure that any differences you see in your measurements are not just due to chance, but actually due to that key difference between the two groups. So with that in mind, does anyone here know how we measured incrementality for affiliate? My fellow data scientist knows. Maybe the rest of you need another cup of coffee. Yes, we use test and control. So we use that same gold standard for measuring incrementality. And we use the same 3 key principles that I just went over. So first off, how do we create our test and control group? Or what was that key difference between our 2 groups of people? So first, because we're measuring the incrementality of affiliate, we have an affiliate group identified by an affiliate click that people made during a 1-month time period with the brands in our study. The non-affiliate group is going to be other shoppers that had not made any affiliate click during that same 1 month. Second, what do we want to measure about these people? So now I'm going to talk about these people as shoppers and customers. Shoppers are going to be people that shop online, they look at the products, maybe they're thinking about purchasing, and the ones that actually do purchase, we're going to call customers. So all customers are shoppers, but not all shoppers are customers because many don't convert. So the first behavior or thing that we wanted to understand about these shoppers was how did that affiliate engagement actually increase their likelihood to become a customer, or that conversion rate of shopper into customers. The second thing that we wanted to understand is what is the quality of those conversions, or the amount of revenue produced by those conversions. So we're going to measure the revenue per customer. And then finally, we wanted to get a total revenue impact number. So what's that combination between conversion rate and revenue per customer? So we're going to measure revenue per shopper. And then finally, our third key principle, isolating the effect of the affiliate engagement. What were the controls that we employed in our study? So first off, when choosing the non-affiliate group, which shoppers should we include in that group in our study? We could have chosen something maybe like all online shoppers. But we thought that would be unfair because not all online shoppers know about the brands in our study. Maybe they're not even in market to purchase their products or able to purchase their products. So we decided to require for our non-affiliate group that they all at least have visited the advertiser site during that same 1-month time period. So this shows a high level of brand awareness, the shoppers know about the products, maybe even have some intention to purchase. The second control that we employed was seasonality. We all know here today that it'd be very unfair to compare a month like November versus September, so we measured both groups of shoppers at the exact same time period. And then finally, time to conversion. Knowing that different channels impact customers on different stages of their customer journey and speak to them differently, we wanted to give both groups of shoppers an equal opportunity to convert. So either from that last site visit for the non-affiliate group or that last affiliate click for the affiliate group, we gave both groups of shoppers up to 30 days that we were going to measure their behavior and purchases. So in summary, we have our 2 groups of shoppers, ones that have made an affiliate click, the ones that had no affiliate click. What we're going to measure about these shoppers is their conversion rate into customers, the revenue produced by each customer, as well as the revenue per shopper. And then finally, the controls we implemented was the site visit for brand awareness, seasonality, and time to conversion. And remember, this was on 21 million real retail shoppers for brands that drive over 31 billion in annual revenue. So this was a very large study. And now for our results. Likely what you guys all came here today to see, understand what does CJ think about this, and something that we're both really excited and think you guys all should be excited about as well. So first off, when a shopper has affiliate included in their marketing mix, we see that they're 46% more likely to purchase. So for example, if a brand has a non-affiliate conversion rate of 4%, that increases by 46% to 5.8 when affiliate is included in the marketing mix of those shoppers. so they're much more likely to make a purchase. Second, affiliate improves the revenue per customer by 29%. So a non-affiliate revenue per customer, as an example, of maybe $100, improves 29% to $129 when affiliate is included. So not are they only more likely to purchase, but when they purchase a lot more. And then finally, what about revenue? So for example, our non-affiliate group, if we had 1 million shoppers and they converted at 4% into customers, produced $100 per customer, you'd end up with about $4 million or $4 per shopper. That affiliate group with 1 million shoppers converts at 5.8%, $129 per customer, to produce $7.5 million or $7.50 per shopper. What this represents is an 88% improvement in revenue. So this is a massive impact, and it's due to that combination of the increased conversion rate as well as the increased revenue per customer. And now, Haley's going to tell you, what does this mean for your organization?
88%. That's insane. I mean, everyone in this room, we're all in this channel, we know it's incremental. It's kind of in our bones. 88% is extremely substantial. So how do you bring back these super exciting results to your organization? Well, affiliate is inherently incremental. It's about driving additional value. As I think about what it is we're all doing here today, we have shoppers, and these shoppers, if they knew what they wanted to buy, from where they wanted to buy it, and how much they wanted to spend, and they were already familiar with the brand, as we've already established in our study, then they would go right to the brand. But they don't know. They have questions, they have needs, they have problem states. Maybe they just need validation. So they are seeking out publishers. We have all different kinds of publishers in our network, and they are helping these consumers solve their problems, answer their needs, give them confidence in their purchase decisions. So these shoppers are now enriched with more information. And it's this enrichment that leads to the incrementality. So it's part of our customer-centric ecosystem. So let's summarize, what are the key findings here? So when your organization asks you, is affiliate incremental? The answer is a resounding yes. Well, how incremental is it? 88% per shopper. So you want more visitors at your site, and you want them to come through the affiliate channel. And remember, our study was 21 million shoppers with clear intent. They know the brand, they're out there shopping within the same time period, and $31 billion in revenue. So that is statistically significant to the 99.99999, I don't know how many nines.
Yep.
It means you can use it. You can use it to substantiate the incrementality of the channel and greater investment in the channel. So how do you do that? Thank you. We recommend you follow a similar structure to what we've presented to you today. That you start out by defining what incrementality is, what it isn't, and what's the methodology. It is a very, very commonly well-used methodology across many industries. It should be well accepted within your organizations. Then share the study's results. Think about how often you want to get affiliate into those shoppers' journeys to reap that 88% benefit. The next part is where you come in. And whether it's you or your CJ team or your agency, you need to show up with business investment proposals. What are you now going to ask your organization to do? What is the level of investment you're going to ask for? And what kind of results do you expect to get? Lastly, invite them to validate it. We highly recommend that your data science teams run the exact same study on each of your marketing channels. They run it today, and they run it over time to continue to validate the value proposition. But by the way, we're also here to help. If you would like us to run the study for you on the affiliate channel, we're happy to. So with that, thank you, and we'd love to open it for questions.
morning, we're going to be using this tossable mic. So if you have a question, raise your hand, and I will toss you the mic. Then you speak into this X on the top, and when you're done, you can toss it to the next person who has a question. So who would like to begin?
Good job, Jason.
How was CJ able to get the data for the non-affiliate click sales?
Great question. For the non-affiliate population, the site visit is through a site tag that we were able to see the shoppers come to the site, identify them, and then track that behavior. So it's through our advanced ACI integration.
So everyone's bought in? Oh, there's a question in the back.
There's a long toss over there.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say, I know we're compelling, but I thought a few.
Also, while you're tossing that, if you have questions, you can also enter them into the app, and I can read them out for you.
So in regards to your test and control, completely understand the test and control methodology. Did you go like one step deeper to find out what was, I'm going to use the word incremental, but one more step closer in saying, hey, of the 4 million and of the 7.5, how much of that was actually net new, meaning did I compare my CRM data to the data that you have so I can find out what was truly a new visitor versus repeat, right? Because some of those customers who came in may have, let's say, booked Chanel all the time. They saw that ad versus someone who didn't and always books that. So how much of that in that person's CRM data was actually truly net new user versus a repeat guest?
Right. So in the study results that we presented to you today, that was a general for the entire programs that we were studying. In the white paper that we're having come out in just a few weeks, we've actually broken it out also into new and repeat customers. So you can see what's that effect for new customers when they're engaged with the channel, as well as repeat. So look out for that. It's coming out in just a few weeks. So we have the answer, just not today.
I have a question here that's coming through the app. Has CJ done this analysis at the publisher level?
We have not yet done it at the publisher level. That's the next stage, I think, that we want to go with it. So we can start looking at different publisher models and different publisher types and help you guys answer that question. The methodology will still be the same with test and control, and we might just tweak and kind of adjust some of the parameters for different publisher types.
There was a question over here.
Yeah, hi. We ran into, so we run a lot of incrementality tests in my company, and we run into issues with setting up a control in the affiliate program. Do you have examples of, if we don't have the click tag, how we could set up a control within affiliate, if it's like content affiliates that you want to test incrementality with, and if affiliates aren't necessarily willing to help you out in terms of like turning off or becoming part of the control?
I think without the site tag, it becomes difficult to come up with a fair control group, because then you run into challenges of measuring one time period against another time period. You can't measure them at the exact same time. I've seen some account teams and some analytics that we have done have tried to normalize for time periods that you kind of can come up with control groups, but it ends up being less rigorous. I think the results, they're still good, but they're harder to interpret and know for sure. So, yeah, it's a good question, but I think, and also some different publishers, there's different ways that you can kind of work in there too.
There's another question. How is the audience for the control group chosen?
So for our control group, which was that non-affiliate group, these were shoppers that had visited the advertiser site. So they've at least visited the advertiser site. And it's in that exact same time period that we did for our test group for the affiliate group. And then we've also, for that same control group, we're also measuring their behavior for the next 30 days from their last site visit.
There was a question in the back.
Is there any concern that when you're looking at the control versus the test, so you're looking at somebody that came to the brand site organically, came from some other channel, but not through affiliate, that person coming to the site is probably higher in the funnel and in the discovery phase, whereas somebody coming from affiliate is naturally lower in the funnel and coming toward conversion because they're reacting to offers or different types of content. So if you limit it to 30 days before the purchase, are we actually outside of that purchase cycle and it kind of weighs in the favor of affiliate?
That's a good question. I think the reason that we chose that 30 days is that if someone's still higher in the funnel, then they're still going to have up to 30 days to make that purchase. And then say they're lower in the funnel and say they're going to purchase the next day or maybe the next hour, we're still going to capture that behavior. So that's why we chose 30 days for both groups of individuals to try to kind of control for that different points in time that the channel or the marketing messages are going to connect with these shoppers.
I would also point out that publishers come in lots of different flavors and sizes and provide different kinds of assistance to different kinds of shoppers. So inherent in your question was the assumption that the publisher is later in the funnel, and we have plenty of publishers that are quite early in the funnel.
That's fair. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Maybe one other thing to add on to that is, as Haley was mentioning, why we think these results are the case, is these shoppers, they still go back to affiliate. These shoppers still have needs that are being met by publishers. So even if affiliate is participating later in the funnel, it's still helping improve that conversion rate and that revenue per customer there. So these shoppers are still getting their needs met, by different publishers in different places.
And, I want to reemphasize that point. We often hear, would I get that sale anyway? And that's focused solely on conversion, and again, it's a likelihood and it's channel level. But you also have to remember that consumers coming through the publisher affiliate channel are spending more as well. That 29% increase is a huge difference. Who wouldn't want a 29% increase in AOV?
I have another question that's come through. 88% is a very high level. As affiliate covers so many sectors, have you got more insights into the different segments?
Publisher verticals will be a future study. It's absolutely on our radar.
It may be, the study we did today was also on retail shoppers. It's something that we would love to do for travel, finance, services as well. We think the same value proposition and why the incrementality is that premise still holds true for the other verticals, but we haven't done those studies yet, but we'd love to do that. So if you want to work with us, we'd love to work with you on that too. Oh, there's another question over
right
there.
over here.
Oh.
Yikes.
Thank you. Goodness. It's getting dangerous.
Good job, JJ.
What's the average order value of this study? Because I know tech versus fashion is going to skew a little differently, maybe. I know you did it across several.
So we chose to do revenue per customer in our study instead of just average order value because we saw some customers would come back and make a second purchase. So we did see also an increase in average order value. I don't have that stat on me at this moment, but that's why we chose revenue per customer to show that combined effect of the average order value being higher as well as a little bit higher repurchase rate.
Anyone else? Oh, right there, right next door.
So I'm struggling to understand how this answers the question of that person would not have purchased were it not for affiliates.
It's an increase in the likelihood. So in our example, there's a 1.8 percentage points difference. And that's based on real data in terms of, let me back up. The 46% increase in the likelihood to convert is there, that is based on real data, that is the same data as that is already in the affiliate programs for those in our study. So,
But the comparison was that group had already self-selected themselves into the affiliate audience.
well,
So you're already comparing apples and oranges, are you not? Or am I just misunderstanding this?
the only difference between the two groups is that participation in the channel, the affiliate click. That is the only difference in the two groups. So in a normal test and control, if you've controlled for everything else, your two groups are otherwise identical, and the only thing you are testing and looking for, the only difference, in our case, is the affiliate click. The explanation of the differences we see in the results, the 46% and the 29%, is due to the affiliate channel, the enrichment that the publishers are providing. customers have needs. If they knew that they wanted, they've already been to that website. If they knew that's what they wanted to purchase, where they wanted to purchase, they would have gone and done so. But they needed publishers at some point along the way to help give them the confidence or answer questions or reassure them that that's where they needed to purchase from.
And we see that non-affiliate group, some people still do make purchases without affiliate. I think we all know that, right? So that's why we see that increase in likelihood to purchase. Some people still do purchase, but a lot of those purchases wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Haley and Josh, thank you very much. I'm afraid we're out of time,
Oh.
so we're going to have to end it
We
here.
are.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.